Look, this screen found apartments in Almaty that are sold below the market by itself. The script walked through the listings, filtered the ones we need, computed the price per square meter, and pulled out the best deals. I didn't scroll the site by hand or compare prices in my head. The code did it all for me. And the best part? Inside, it's just a couple of screens of Python. In this video, we'll build the same assistant from a complete zero, step-by-step, no skipping, and it will hunt for housing instead of you exactly on your terms. I'll show not only the code, but also how you really, by hand, find the right data on a site. There's no way around it. Let's go. First, the plan so it's clear where we're heading. 1. We'll teach the script to handle both sale and rent. 2. We'll add real filters just like on the site: number of rooms, not the first and not the last floor, year built, a price range. 3. We'll compute a fair price per square meter and find what's below the market. And at the end, we'll show the result not in a black console, but as a clean page in the browser. This won't be a 10-line toy, but a real tool. What you need: Python and one tool, the controlled browser Playwright. Krisha, like many big sites, doesn't hand over its listings instantly. The page is drawn by scripts, and a plain request would see emptiness. So we need a real browser driven by our code. It installs with 2 short commands in the terminal. First the library itself, then once the browser for it. Couple of seconds and you're ready. Now the beginner's main question. How does the script know where the price is on the page and where the area is? Honest answer, it's not magic and you don't find it on the first try. I hover the mouse over a card. The whole listing block lights up. I hover the title lights up. So you probe the page by hand and watch what gets highlighted. When I need a specific piece, the price, I right-click it and choose Inspect. A developer panel opens at the bottom and shows that exact line of markup. There it is, the price sitting in its own class. Scrolling nearby, we see the title has its class, the price has its class, and they're the same for every listing. We remember those names, that's what we'll grab by. We don't guess, we look at the markup. And here's where the filters come from. The site itself has a panel. I click, not the first floor. Click, not the last floor. Set the year built from 2015. Watch the address bar. With each click, new pieces appear in the URL, those mysterious parameters in square brackets. That's the site's filter language. We don't need to invent them. Just set the filters by hand once, see what got added to the address, and reproduce it in code. So the script will open the exact same filtered page a human would. Let's move the filters into code. File parse.py. I write a function that assembles the address from the conditions. Deal type, sale or rent. Number of rooms. If we need not the first floor, I add its parameter, not the last, one more. Year built from a given value. I join all the pieces into the address with a standard function. Now in one line I get a link to any selection. 2-room flats not at the edge of the building since 2015 or studio rentals, anything. Next, the collection itself. I launch the controlled browser, open the assembled address and wait for the listings to appear on the page. That matters because they load not instantly. Once they're there, with one selector, that same class from the browser, I grab every card on the page at once. For each card I take the title and the price, those exact classes we spotted in the browser. I strip the price down to a clean number. From the title, with a regular expression, I pull the area in meters. And right away I compute the key thing, the price per square meter. That's what lets you fairly compare a big and a small apartment, instead of being fooled by the total price tag. Now the magic in a few lines, file deals.py. I assemble the address with filters and pull the listings. I take the median price per meter, that's the fair market price in this selection, and unlike the average, one golden apartment won't skew it. Everything noticeably below the median is our candidate. I sort from the cheapest per meter, and at the top sit offers a human would hunt for an hour. Want rent instead of sale? Change one word in the conditions, and the same code works. To make the result usable, let's save it. Just a few lines, we export the finds into a plain spreadsheet file. Open it in Excel, send it to a realtor or your partner, sort it however you like. And with a couple more lines, the same list can be laid out as a nice page in the browser or sent to your messenger. The data is collected once. After that, do whatever you want with it. And here's the result, not in a black console, but as a full page in the browser. At the top, a caption of which filters are applied. Sale, 2 rooms, not the first and not the last floor, building since 2015. Then the find itself, apartments below market, and each card is green for a reason. You see the price per meter, the full price, and how far below the median it is, that is, by what percent it's a better deal. You instantly know what to look at first. And below, all listings of the selection, sorted by value from the cheapest per meter, so you miss nothing at all. Notice this, what looks like a ready-paid real estate service we built ourselves in a couple of screens of code, and it runs on live data right now. 3 mistakes almost every beginner trips on. First, forgetting to wait for loading. The code fires before the listings appear and sees an empty page. That's exactly why we explicitly wait for the cards instead of grabbing right away. Second, over time the site changes its markup, and yesterday's class stops being found. Don't panic. Open Inspect again, take the new class name, and it's fixed in a minute. Third, the most dangerous, greed. 1,000 requests per second with no pauses, and the site simply blocks you. Behave like a normal human. A pause between pages, reasonable volumes, and you'll be fine. And now the most interesting part in practice. You can put this script on a schedule, let it run every morning by itself and send you only the new good deals, even straight to Telegram. Then you hear about a great apartment first before it's taken. Need wider coverage? We walk not one page but several, there's a parameter for that. Need another city or rent instead of sale? You change literally one word in the conditions. In effect, you get a personal real estate agent that never sleeps and never tires. Once you get the principle on apartments, the same skill unlocks hundreds of tasks. Car prices and finding the underpriced ones. Job postings with the salary you want. Tickets, gadgets on sale, competitors' products for your own business. The scheme is always the same. Find the class via Inspect, collect the data, compute what matters to you. This is exactly the practical Python people actually pay for on freelance and at work. And the most valuable part, this isn't about Krisha alone. The same trick works on any catalog site: cars, gadgets, goods. The scheme is always the same. Open the page, use Inspect to find the title and price classes, set the filters by hand and peek at the address parameters, move them into code, and compute whatever matters to you. Master one site and you can scrape almost any. Think for a second how much time we just saved. Manually scrolling hundreds of listings, estimating the price per meter in your head, not getting lost in floors and years. That's an evening of work, and you'd still miss something. The script does it in seconds and without mistakes. Now imagine someone who needs a competitor price scraper or lead collection. People pay real money for this automation on freelance. You've just learned a piece of that craft. A couple of words on ethics. This matters. We collect only public listings that everyone can already see. We don't touch people's personal data. We respect the site's rules and don't flood it with requests. Between pages, we always add a pause, like we did. The goal is to ease your own search, not to disrupt the service. Scraping is power, and it should be used carefully. The whole code in a single file, already with all the filters, I posted on our Telegram channel SIGMENT Academy. All the materials for this video are there too. Come in, grab it, run it on your own terms and subscribe. We'll be building even cooler things next. If this helped, drop a like, it really helps the channel. See you.